Chaga Tea. I'm Fiona Barrett. I'm a health coach and creator of Supernatural Lipstick, and we're excited with our show today. But before we introduce our guest, I just want to say hi to my co-host Roberta. She had a book reading for her. Roberta is the author of Good Boy Jesse, and she had a book signing and a book reading, and I have to say everyone was really mesmerized by your book reading, so congratulations.
Well, it's hard not to love a story about a golden retriever.
Yeah.
So it was very easy, and the children were very receptive.
They were.
Happy to be here with both of you this morning, but our special guest is Leah Hill, and she is also an author. So I thought that we would start off right away with the Society of Sylphs.
Well, the Society of Sylphs, which is spelled S-Y-L-P-H, is actually about a 12-year-old boy who's a nonverbal autistic boy. So you read his thoughts, you understand his emotions, even though in his world he cannot express them. The sylph is the fantasy part, which is an elemental being of the air, like a fairy of the air. So the sylph, who cannot be seen or heard by anyone except Eddie, the little boy, then has to interact with Eddie. They help each other overcome tragedy and become friends. So it's a fast-paced story, though. It's written typically for the 9 to 14-year-old age range, but I've had a lot of adults reading it too, like you have with your book.
Definitely, and it's available on Amazon.
Yes, in the Kindle store. It's available on Amazon and the Kindle store.
I'm curious, what led you to create this fabulous book? It sounds amazing.
Thank you. Well, actually, when I started writing the book, I didn't know anything about autism, but I was in a process myself of accepting myself for who I really am, which is an intuitive medium. I've been a medium since I was a child, and as I got older, I became very afraid of it. I shut it down until later on in my adulthood, I, through a series of events, decided to really open myself up again and stop hiding and be who I really am. So through the process of writing this book, what I realized is that I actually have a very strong empathic connection with people on the autism spectrum, and that's because I believe that autism essentially is about isolation. It's about withdrawal into yourself, and that's exactly what I did as a kid. So I know exactly what it feels like to feel all the feelings but not be able to express them.
What a great gift and great gift of service for a lot of people, I'm sure, who are going to benefit from this wonderful book.
Oh, thank you. I wrote it for everyone, not just for people on the autism spectrum, because it's the rest of us that have to learn, you know, what it's like to be on the autism spectrum.
It's an internal feeling.
Very much.
And I don't know how one would define being a medium, but is there something you can say to express that?
Sure. Well, for as long as I can remember, I have sensed the presence of spirits around me. So that's what I call being the medium part, is that I would hear my name being called and I'd turn around and nobody was there, or I would you know, be in the basement when I was a little kid, run upstairs scared because there was someone watching me, you know, and being in the intuitive medium part, the intuitive is that I'm psychic, but I believe everyone is psychic as well. I believe we all have intuitive abilities. And then I also connect with angels and ascended masters and guides on the other side as well. So I connect with all beings on the other side and relay messages for people here, for the rest of us here who need to.
It's wonderful to have the experience. I had a reading with Leah recently on the phone. So for anyone that's watching, it's very easy to connect with Leah. It doesn't have to be in person. And we had a really interesting call. More about that part of your life.
Well, thank you. What I do is I do intuitive readings all over the phone, and they're 45 minutes long, so it gives us time to get into some really good depth if we need to. And that also means that I can do readings for people anywhere in the world, right from the comfort of your own home. We just schedule a time right through my website. And what I do is I allow that time to be entirely yours. So what that means is if you want to talk about specific areas of your life, or if there is some mediumship you want to connect with someone on the other side, that's fine too. And I also do energy work right over the phone. Whatever if you need clearing of blocks, or you've been trying to do something or writing a book or something and you can't get through it. If needed, I connect with the Akashic records, the records of your soul, to get information about past lives. And that's
which you did that for me.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was very powerful, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
And how do you feel now that you've kind of come out, as it were, with this intuitive medium service for the world? And you mentioned that you were hesitant about it initially.
Yes.
And I often hear that from people, especially around the areas of spiritual services.
Well, thank you. It's actually something I work on every day.
Yeah.
I do, because my natural tendency is to hide. And what I do now that I'm out there, you know, I put myself out there, is I just, the way I look at it is the way I handled it with my father, my late father, who never understood me, didn't kind of get who I was, didn't understand what I was doing. And I finally said to him, you don't have to, you know, you don't have to understand me. But he still loved me anyway, as I was. And that was fine with me. So what I say is for everyone else, that they don't have to understand it, they don't have to get it. But if there's something that resonates with them, that they can connect with, then that's great.
And I understand that you have some programs coming up.
I do.
That we need to hear about.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. I'm doing some programs in Marblehead, Massachusetts, and I'm doing a couple of different things. First of all, I teach sacred geometry, which is not as nebulous and difficult as it sounds. I know a lot of people get afraid of it, but because they think it involves math. But the way I teach it, it doesn't. It just, we use 7 basic shapes, and I teach the energy of those shapes and how to use them. So if you want to do something like end procrastination, or fire up your energy, or ground your energy, whatever you need, you get all of the very easy practical tools to work with.
And when is that?
That is this coming Wednesday on March 6th at Hand in Hand Awakenings in Marblehead, Massachusetts.
We're familiar with that wonderful place.
Yes, it is a wonderful space. Yes, beautiful. And then after that, I'm doing a mediumship night, so if anyone just wants to come and check it out and see if there's someone on the other side would like to connect with them, or if there's someone in particular they would like to connect with, I could do that too. It's just a big group setting, and whoever, you know, is there to talk to the guests, I relay the messages for them.
What's so nice is it's not limited to our neck of the woods. In our community, your services could be provided to anyone, so that is really quite a nice benefit.
Yeah, it's nice to know that people can connect with you locally, but then also virtually as well. So anywhere around the world. And then you have one other program that I think it might be helpful to share that people might not know about.
Yes, this is actually a brand new program this year. I am a teacher at North Shore Community College, and with my autism advocacy work, I also teach a program for students with intellectual disabilities. So these are students who have autism, Down syndrome, various learning disabilities that prevent them from getting into a regular credit college, but yet they still have a lot of prospects for a promising career. So what we do is teach career skills, independent life skills, and we help them chart a course to get into the career field that they're looking for. You can only accept 15 students, so it's it
sounds like a great program.
It is a really great program, and the students love it, and it's really for students that want the college experience but couldn't get into college. So they have full access to all the campus facilities, and the Lynn campus here in Massachusetts has access to all of the public transportation. They could take the train and the bus. It's really a great program.
You help people in so many different ways.
Really.
Thank
you.
You write, you're a medium, and you do readings. I'm amazed.
Wow,
Yes.
thank you very much.
What a joy to have you in our local community.
Thank you so
And
much.
we're very excited to have this opportunity to share you with our viewers.
Me too. This is
And,
fun. This is great.
Are you getting any kind of a feeling right now? Any messages coming through?
Lots of abundance and success, all sourced in
That
love.
sounds
yeah.
good.
Yes.
That sounds great.
For all of us, all 3 of us.
Well, I wanted to
Right.
let you know that Chaga Tea is good for opening up the pineal gland, which might be
I didn't
helpful.
know that. Okay,
all
I'm
of
going
you.
to use that.
Coming
I
wet,
will.
so
That
let's
sounds
have
great.
a sip of Chaga Tea.
Yes.
All right.
Great.
Cheers.
Cheers.